Okay, folks, I'm gonna be a gobshite. Ah, I don't have the map loaded. It's gonna be a dick. Fine. There should be enough on the map for me to find the last one. Unless it's still further yet.
Very well. Interesting.
Might be slightly further on, or maybe I have to go even further back.
This will suffice. Our paths converge. I see. Clever. So be it. A wise choice. Whatever. Of course.
Okay.
Much better. Ha! A clever move. Agreed. A wise choice. Join me. Our paths converge. Be careful. So be it. Let's move. Very well. I
Feel the urge to blink to that.
our paths converge. Clever. I will be there shortly. I can handle it from here. Join me. Simple. A clever move.
Damn it. There's some corner up. Try and rescue him before proceeding.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Work well together. I can handle it from here. We work well together. This way.
There's Ravagers in this outpost. Go.
Careful. You had best be prepared.
Thanks, sir. We'll take it from here.
Agreed.
I'll hold you to that, soldier.
Much better. A wise choice.
I do like the codec and all that. It's just annoying that and that audio thing is cute. It just I don't want to put my channel in Konami's hands.
Of course.
No, that would not be a good idea. There they are. Ziggs, tell me what you see. They're only just getting started. Their base is barely established yet. They have a tech reactor. It looks like they're in the process of setting up a defensive perimeter. No, Ravagers nearby though. They're being serious about this. Many patrol teams are scattered around all over the area. That one by the barracks, wearing a modified CMC combat suit, appears to be commanding the troops. That must be the expedition leader. Which means he's our guy. He's the one we need to have a chat with. I would expect him to to have more going on than this. Oh well, it makes him easier to convince him to leave. So our plan goes as follows: get in, request word with the commander, convince them to leave things to the Brotherhood. Easier said than done. You really think this will work, sir? It better. We have to get these scumbags away from here. They're gonna ruin everything. 4chan traders have no business stepping onto Taurus. Not after all we've been through. Of all the places they could have chosen to put their noses into, they just had to come to our main stronghold. Well, let's get going. Let me handle the talking. Thought that rock was moving. Excuse me, recruit, but who are those people down there? Members of the Taurus military, sir. Brotherhood of Taurus, I believe. Red, we need to speak with the officer in charge here. Red? Do you have an appointment? Funny. Apparently you the guys didn't need appointments to step foot on Taurus, though I didn't find the need to set up one either. Are you trying to be provocative now? Leave him be, recruit. Let me handle this. Commander Eric Benford of the Dominion Expedition. Yeah, that's great, Commander Red. Listen, I'll get right to the point. You people are not needed here. This planet is a Brotherhood responsibility now. Get back your bags and leave things to us. We'll handle it from here. Ah, the Brotherhood. Yeah, we know about you. We at the 4chan wish to rebuild lost civilizations back in Kapuru and help restore faith in our people. In order to do that, I come to ask a favor. Who is the commander in charge here? Why is that of any concern to you? I'd like to request a deal in the form of taking a share of your resources. In turn, you can help reform the galaxy the way it should be. What in the world are you on about? If we can make use of as many of the quadrants of natural minerals as possible, we can create a better future and stabilize the Dominion core worlds, still suffering from the aftermath of the Second Great War. Yeah, it's a movement we call the Forged Trading Coalition. You can become part of this process if we can strike a deal with your main military commander. It's starting to sound like an multi-level marketing. Ha, you're funny. I can already I can tell you already that the answer is a no. You don't need a commander for that. Typical behavior coming from mercenaries. Should have expected a rejection. Well, you can take your selfishness and bad company and leave the situation to 4chan then. What the? Bad company? Where the hell did you get that from? Mercenaries are bad company, son. Last thing we need is you wandering around disturbing important operations. Requesting a resource trade was not the only reason we came here, you know. Came to cleanse the ongoing threat. What, you mean the Ravagers? As I already told you, the Brotherhood takes over from here. We're in the middle of a crisis. Kapuru's in a bad shape for 25 years now. We're using whatever methods we can to prevent further atrocities. We came here to extend our military control by seizing this planet, eliminating the Ravager threat, and in turn, get one step closer to a secure sector. We've encountered many of your colonial bodies across the sector already, and we don't need you here as well. Trust me, you'll only get in the way. Why are you repeating the actions of the EDF? you're going on quite a tangent, Commander Red. What exactly does losing the Minion Worlds have to do with us being mercenaries? Resources are needed to help rebuild what's lost during the Second Great War. The Squadron is ridden with opportunities. You offer your services in exchange for resources. Disgusting. You should be helping in upholding order and aid us by providing resources that can ensure this sector of the galaxy doesn't fall to the same fate. Look, I don't know what you've heard about us, but you got it all wrong. We're just here to help. You know, we're not going to pay for your services here, correct, mercenary? This operation is not a business-related one, Commander Red. We just wish to protect Taurus. Many of our people came from this planet, grew up in these homes. They'll fight for their lives to ensure it remains safe. I understand that, but for the sake of your safety, you should let the Forged Hand contain this situation. Here you go again. Just like 25 years ago, you're treating us like we're just a bunch of pests, incapable of accomplishing anything noteworthy in life. You even know where you are. You're standing on Taurus ground, Commander Red, with the biggest military here. More than able to keep this under wraps. We've been given direct orders from Head Officer Ryland Ward himself. We've been selected to establish a defensive perimeter under 4-chan rule prior to Ravager's threat engrossing this planet. We've orders, mercenary, and I'm sorry to say this, but you're delaying me from important work. Oh, we're not quite done here yet. So they send ex-Dominion forces to purge the Ravager threat. Sends the same people who lost Augustgrad, the Dominion capital, I might add, to the Queen of Blades. Ah, I see. I feel real safe now. Listen, mercenaries, trying to get on my nerves. I don't have time to deal with a bunch of kids that are unable to understand a simple request. There are more important things at stake. We've fought the good fight for years, while you and your colonial body spent time evacuating and hiding, held the line against Aemon's forces, helping the Dominion achieve victory through immense hardships. Well, what the fuck did you expect us to do? We're simply trying to keep ourselves alive. We didn't have any weapons to defend ourselves, and your people didn't seem to care about doing anything to help solve the problems affecting the Fringe Worlds. We were given orders. We did what we could. Fuck all. You think we could just flipped one off and left? We helped those we could, but Command had something else in mind for us. You think I'd buy that sack of shit? You had several alternatives to help. You just didn't bother. Enough of this meaningless discussion. I suggest you either leave the planet or keep your nose out of our operations. This is for the future of the sector. Fine. Do whatever you please. This won't be our last encounter. Man, let's get out of here. We're wasting our time. Commander? Just leave him be. As long as they let us do our job, I don't care what they do. We gave them their chance. If they end up as Ravager lunch, that's just how it is. We warned them. Sounds like a... Let's get back to work. Sounds like a hint. Shoot him if you get the chance. Blame it on the Zerg. from what I've gathered so far, the other guy's a hothead, this guy's a piece of shit, and so is the other, entire faction. So, well, safe to say that plan went to shit. Well, given what you're dealing with. I mean, we kind of went into this with the mindset that this was going to be difficult. You don't think you went kind of rough on him? Maybe that changed the outcome. Nah, those punks don't deserve our respect. 4chan have always been a bunch of stubborn bastards. If you say so. Switching to plan B now then? Now we'll just let them do their thing. At least we discovered, at least until we discussed this with General Heya. Hold on, I'm going to contact him. I was told to report back immediately. Sure thing, sir. It's a beautiful. Sergeant Rourke reporting. Do you read me, Colonel? Copy. What's the situation, Sergeant? It's a damn shitty situation. Those forged hand pigs are a real pain. By your wording and aggressive attitude, I take it you failed to convince them. Obviously. But that's not the main problem. You won't believe what we discussed. Indulge me. The bastard battalion leader, Eric Barefoot or whatever, have requested an agreement with General Haley, bound to some sort of resource trading deal. They come here all high and mighty, think they can just have our resources. Can you believe it? That's what they do, Sergeant. Ever since they stepped foot in the quadrant, that's been their goal. Gathering resources and establishing full control. Way I hear it, their core world, Merville 5, has transformed into one big industrial mining complex, extracting all its natural resources and lifting most of it back to Kapuru to restore their former glory, which will leave everything here to die. The planet is apparently only a fraction of what it used to look like. My assumption is they try to do the same thing to as many of this sector's worlds as they can and decrease their flow of income. That's the idea behind their little forward trading coalition. So, they're selfish is what you're saying. Some would call it that, yes. Oh, come on. They definitely are, and you think so too. Please do not try to assume my belief, Sergeant. If you ask me, this is not a matter of opinion, but facts. Whatever. I'm certainly not accepting that. So do you believe the knowledge of having helped their sorry excuse of a people makes it worth it on our end? Never have heard something so stupid. Their proposition is rather strange. They do legitimately think that everyone will just help them that easily. Well, at least we made it clear to them that we're uninterested. But now Plan A is ruined. We'll worry about 4chan later. I'll relay this information to General Haley and make a report. Rourke, I want you to head towards the mines. As that is the location of primary contingent that Ravagers are burrowed, the locations around the mines have requested reinforcements. I'm currently heading there myself, and I figured you'll be the ideal person to accompany me, seeing as you're already close by. Of course. I'll be there right away, Colonel. Copy that. Crowder out. What's the American host? Louder or Crowder? So, we've been ordered to leave the 4chan for now, at least until reports to Haley and the headquarters have been made. And the Colonel's just posted the exact coordinates. Interesting sound effect. He wants us to begin at the southwestern entrance to Torn Dune Mines. The Colonel is expected to be there in 15 minutes. And we can get there with just a couple minutes to spare before he arrives. We'll leave now. And we'll ask the Ravagers have something to say about that. But let's go. Might as well try and make a good impression if possible. Told you to say that. You guys still aren't exactly the best acquaintances, huh? Well, we have different opinions, that's for sure. Resulted in countless discussions. Surprised he hasn't just shot you for that. Apparently I'm a little too much for the poor guy sometimes. That's what the military is, right? Perplexing me how you guys can keep up your everlasting feuds and still work so closely together. He knows he needs me. It's also partially thanks to the help of General Howie. She recognized my abilities, and Crowder needs high-ranked soldiers to lead the front lines. I don't think he wants to bother with the arguments he would have with Command if he were to request my reassignment. But hey, we better move. Let's talk about this later, alright? Of course, sir. Just a little curious is all. Oop. Terrence Anderson Crowder is the colonel of the Brotherhood of Taurus Air Force and serves as Samuel Rourke's mission commander. His responsibilities request reinforcements and monitor positions of combat units. Crowder was a fighter his entire life. He came from a family with a long history of soldiers dedicating their life to protecting the weak across generations. Therefore, when he was at the age of 10, he was encouraged to join the army, in preparation for that, given his first gun by his father. His father spent most of his time being Crowder's personal trainer, teaching him to shoot and teaching him everything he needed to know in order to climb himself with the harsh reality that would soon befall him. At the age of 16, he finally joined the Marine Corps and began his journey of succeeding his father. People mocked him for being too young, and his father, being a well-respected war veteran, made Crowder's early months quite hard, as he would often be compared to his father's expertise. Because of this pressure, Crowder trained vigorously, to the point of exerting himself to fulfill the wishes of those among him, and prove himself worthy of the Crowder name. Eventually, years of practice and experience eventually got himself promoted. After years of practice and experience, he eventually got himself promoted to work full-time as leading officer of a naval sports unit, assigned to travel across multiple worlds and aid in varying operations. Crowder was often described as a great pilot. Eventually, Crowder and his team joined up with Alina Haley during the Great Evacuation, and he continued to serve as colonel of the Brotherhood of Taurus fleet to this day. Forge Trading Coalition. Forge Trading Coalition's general name given to the forge-hand mineral trading process undergoing in the Dagorath system. The project was initiated by the Dominion Expeditionary Force head commander Ryland Ward in 2520 when they first arrived in Quadrant and realized that it was teeming with life and resources. The intended purpose of the Forge Trading Coalition was to extract resources of a number of worlds and spend what was extracted rebuilding glory and civilizations of Dominion worlds crippled by Amon's forces during the Second Great War. After becoming acclaimed with Quadrant, believing that they had found the perfect hidden gem for their operations, the DEF realized that they were not alone in the sector, discovered more and more already inhabited worlds, protect their currently inhabited worlds, and ensure they prevent more atrocities, established themselves a foothold on planet Merle 5, and eventually rebranded themselves as the Forged Hand. Merle. Given the Solid Snake, the Metal Gear Solid jokes. Isn't that a character? Sergeant, head for the Torndune Mines. This is the location where the Ravager contingency is the greatest, and reinforcements are needed over there. The Torndune Mines are to the northeast of your current position. Get going.
It is good to see you, friend. Our paths can let us focus on the fight. You had best be prepared.
Oh. Be prepared.
Hold firm, and we will prevail. Be vigilant and true. Glad to see you on my side. I am with you until the end. Are you ready? I'm ready to move. We work well together. Very well. Interesting. I can handle it from here. This way. Let's move. Simple. Agree.
Piss off. But you can see a breakdown of all the different factions and whatnot, even those that don't have their campaigns built yet, on the War Story Discord. If you just find either Annihilation or a war story on SE2 Mapster, you'll find a link to the Discord. He's done videos for each one, and like multiple videos for them. Like, here's a few units and all their upgrades. Here's them in action. It's a nice little detailed thing. It's why I remember adding about this at all, despite it being like a year or so back when I last looked at it. I know, I just got caught up in other things, and
So be it.
I actually started writing my own novel a while back. Being like trying to world build, just piss about and pretend I'm writing for one story. I actually started writing another. Then I gave up on that and started writing another one. And I've made about 20,000 words, though I have to take a few out, drop a chapter or two, rewrite a bit, but I can still use the ideas just differently.
Join me. This will suffice. I will
So yeah, I haven't actually wrote down in a year, so I need to get back to that.
I see. Be careful. Of course. Whatever. A clever move. A wise choice.
Real men drill deep. Sergeant Rourke, glad you could make it. What's the situation here, recruit? Is everyone a recruit? Small contingencies of Ravagers are bursting from all entrances in mine, but together they make up a formidable fighting force. We have bases set up near the mines that are more than capable of protecting us against the current number of Ravagers merging from the mines. However, the Ravagers are starting to form up their own hive clusters as well. Form their own hive clusters? That's right. While small, they're being created quite fast and have to be burnt down before long. What the hell is going on? How could you let this happen? Aren't you guys supposed to stand watch around here or something? The majority of us were sent to other tasks, sir. If you recall, this is not the only part of Taurus that's under assault. Apologize, sir. Contingency here was rather small initially, and only recently started growing. I know this isn't the answer you were hoping for. It's all good, recruit. We all have our orders. Ravager bases are still early enough in development that it should be fairly easy to clear. Oh, I hope so. Has the Colonel arrived here yet? I don't recall seeing his ship here, but should probably check by the rendezvous point. Most likely have more info there than I can offer you standing guard. The rendezvous is just up ahead. The second visor is waiting for your arrival. Good man, we'll be heading out. When we leave here today, there'll be no Ravagers serving us anymore. Men, let's move. We have a job to do. Sir! Hey, Horner. No further Ravagers are identified within the Morgansby Mountain Trail. The threat has been eliminated. A troll unit discovered a total of 5 settlements within Grimland Valley under assault by Ravagers. We've requested reinforcements. Good work. I will forward this to command at once. Gosh, it's happening across the whole region. The entire region. The Ravagers are spreading like wildfire. True, but we're containing them for now. We react quickly. We haven't allowed the Ravagers to gain a single advantage since the invasion began. We're upholding order on Taurus. This is the only primary contingency of forces still remaining on the planet. And once the mines have cleared up, we can begin negotiating with the Forged Hand. Negotiating? Did I hear that right? You guys made a change of plans that wasn't informed of, or what? Ah, Sergeant Rourke. So glad you could make it. Seems you caught me in the middle of the wrong choice of words. I want to assure you that no actual negotiations will take place between the Brotherhood and 4chan. Not in the sense you'd expect, at least. Well, that's reassuring. Almost thought you guys sorted this out. Hear that? That must be Crowder's ships. Perfect. Then we can initiate the sit rep without any delays. Sir. Well met, Brotherhood. Don't have a landing tank for the other guys, I guess, so they just put them in the position so they can easily blow away their own troops if they need to. Welcome, Commander. Glad you can make it. Merriland, Rourke, good to see you here. Let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns. Merriland, what can you tell me? Of course. All of China knows you're here now. Everyone, get around the command table, please. Alright, first of all, I want to thank you all for coming with such short notice. I know there must be many things going on at the moment. As you know, Command has requested a high number of troops to this location, as we learned that the majority of Ravagers emerged from deep within the Torn Dune mines. Based on our scans, detected a number of high-frequency concentrations of what we presume to be burrowed dens emanating from below the surface. Until we get further information about the number of Ravagers within mines and the exact locations of the dens, we want to restore full control of the outside area first. Excellent. Where do you want us? There are many entrances in the Torn Dune mines, and Ravagers pour out of them all at regular intervals. To assess this problem, we have established some defenses on the outskirts of the mines. It's not much, but it's all we've had time for. Securing our defensive positions across the outskirts will be our first priority. That's what we need for your forces, Sergeant Rourke. Great. I'll handle that. That's good. We've even provided you with a small base of operations to get your work started. Make use of it thoroughly. Now let's talk about your role in this, Colonel. You're to use the neighbouring base to aid Rourke in setting up his defences by relieving some of the pressure they will receive. Ah, so you want us to engage upon the Ravager bases directly. We only need you to command the initial strikes, just enough for Rourke to get the bases up and running. Once the base is running smoothly, I hope your forces can assist the Colonel in the elimination of the Ravager bases, Sergeant. An awful lot of things to do, Security Advisor. The longer we wait, the harder it's going to be. I say we move. Sergeant, we're not even done here yet. You can assign your forces to their posts if you wish, Sergeant. However, I do want you to stay for the full briefing. Ziggs, you up for this? I shall go establish a perimeter once, sir. Outstanding. Everyone orders are from First Officer Ziggs, though I'm done listening to our elegantly dressed friend here. Follow me, everyone. Oh, we got a new guy. Alright, I'm all ears, Merriland. Very well. Now that I've informed you all of the mission at hand, allow me to delve into what our victory here will mean for us going forward. Once we've established a sufficient defensive position at the outskirts and the Ravager hive clusters illuminated, we'll await reinforcements and move into the depths of the mines themselves. We hope that our efforts here may allow us to prove to the Forged Hand that we had control of this invasion from the get-go. What are you guys doing about their business proposition, though? Over submitted a report to General, and she's confirmed we won't be taking part in their little resource trading program. I've dispatched a small unit to relay the message to the commander of the Forged Hand expedition. Good, although I'm not certain it'll be easy getting rid of them. But what do we have to lose? These guys will do anything for a couple extra bucks in their pockets to help build war machines. Let's turn the discussion on related to the issue at hand. Folks are prepared, let's initiate the operation. That's my cue to leave. Think your troops can handle initial pressure, Colonel? See you on the battlefield, Sergeant. Ooh, improved mobility. They're 125% faster while airborne.